Hey, welcome to Put Parcel. This is Lisa, and let's get our hands dirty. I know it's not filming day, but I didn't want you to miss this. I hope that you can see what I'm doing. I'm on my own, and I'm using my phone. So first of all, I wanted to just show you this thingy. It is called a Hori Hori. It is my favorite garden tool. I can dig with it, I can plant with it, I can cut. It's got a little hook here. It's serrated on this end. So this side I use to harvest like broccoli and cauliflower, which is actually what I really didn't want you to miss. So let's go see what's going on in the garden today and how we can get our hands dirty. Alright, so because it's been such a weird spring, my broccoli heads really haven't gotten all that big, but this guy is about 5 inches across. I know it's hard to see. I'll show you after I take the insect netting on. Keep the insect netting on so that I keep the cabbage moths out, so I don't have lots of caterpillar poop on my plants and in my food that I have to pick out, which kind of grosses me out. And to keep the caterpillars from eating my vegetables. Again, this is what I do, just here to show you how I do it. Do what works for you, but I'm growing food to feed my family, not to feed the bugs. So hold on 1 second, I'll open this up and then we'll take a look again. Alright, I'm back. Got part of my netting open so we can see what's going on in here a little better. So here is my 5-inch head of broccoli. So broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, and kale are all in the brassica family. Yes, there are others, but it's what I'm mentioning today. Broccoli, you can take off the main head and leave the plant. You will get other little florets on other places in the plant, but you will not get another large head. So what I usually do is I will take off this head, I will leave my plant in and see how it produces. If I'm getting a lot of side shoots, I'll just keep harvesting them. If I'm only getting a couple, I'll go ahead and pull that plant, and then I can either put something else in here, or I can leave that space empty until I'm ready to do my fall planting of broccoli. So I'm going to take this guy and some of these other smaller ones off. There's one hiding back there. And then when I'm all done, I'll show you what I got. Alright, so here's an example of a plant I had harvested the main head from earlier. And here's some of the side shoots. So this guy's been on a little too long. Notice how the head isn't tight anymore. And these little bumps here are getting ready to open and flower and produce seed. That's still usable. I'm going to take that off. And actually, that plant's coming up. And here, that was 2 plants. I thought it was 1. Some more little side shoots. And these I'm just pulling off. They're small enough, they'll just break right off. That bigger head that I showed you earlier, I did use my Hori Hori to cut that out. And I think I'm going to go ahead and pull this one out too, because there's a couple little shoots on there. Aren't enough for me to worry about. What else we got in here? There's another head, another broccoli without any side shoots. Let him go for a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and cover this end. Alright, so I harvested all the broccoli. I'll show you what I got then. But I also wanted to come in here and show you this. Oh, you can't see it. Let me go up a little bit. There is a huge head of cauliflower right here. And I'm going to take that guy off. So we talked about broccoli. And broccoli heads will give you additional food after you harvest that main head. You get those little side shoots. Sorry, I'm just weeding. I get a little ADD when I'm in the garden. Oh, that's kind of close. So, cauliflower, on the other hand, will only produce one head, and then it's done. I think there's actually another little guy in here on the back side of this netted area, but this is the one I'm worried about. Same thing like with the broccoli I showed you. It'll start to spread out and open up. Then you know you left your broccoli on too long. You want a nice tight head with all those teeny tiny little bits closed. Cauliflower also will start to open up and spread out when it's been left on too long. I watch them and watch them and watch them, and I think, oh yeah, I got another day. And then I come out the next day and they're opened up. They're still usable. They're still delicious. They're just not as pretty. So I want to get this one off, and then after I take it out, I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm going to actually use my hori. For that big head of broccoli, I use this, the serrated side, and cut that off. Those little florets I showed you, I could just break those off without hurting the plant. So for this head of cauliflower, I'm going to use the serrated side. I'm going to get underneath that, and I'm going to cut it off, and then I'll pull the plant out because it's not going to produce anymore. Be back. Alright, so wasn't there saying about well-laid plans anyhow? My harvesting of this head of cauliflower did not go exactly the way I wanted it to. So I just went ahead and pulled out the whole plant. Let's pull these outside leaves off so you guys can see it. Oh, it's a nice fella. That's my hand. Cauliflower. Oh, it's good. It's twice the size of my hand. This is a nice head of cauliflower. It's nice and tight. I don't know what we'll use it for yet, but it's going to be delicious. We'll soak that in the sink, get the dirt off, and it's bug-free. Alright, so here's tonight's harvest. There's that nice big head of cauliflower I took off. There's my big head of broccoli, some smaller ones and some florets. And still picking peas. When we're finished harvesting those, I'll share the results as to how much we got out of those 4 16-foot rows of peas. Thanks for joining me. Today we did really get our hands dirty, or at least I did. Legs too. Alright, see you next time.